Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about a problem I've had with the Terrova foot control. Okay guys, I want to go over with you a problem I've had with a foot control on the Terrova. And I do believe this has probably happened on other Minn Kota motors only, so it might not be Terrova exclusively. But I want to let you know what happened to me, so in case you run into something with your own in the future, you'll kind of have an idea what's going down. The first problem I had was I would push the continuous button and it would lock on continuous and I could not get it off. No matter what you did, it stayed on continuous. You could push any other buttons, nothing worked, spot lock wouldn't work, nothing else. I mean, you could steer the boat, but you could not shut it off. The only way to shut it off was to take the 0 to 10 roller and roll it down to 0. That stopped the motor. Bring it up and you ran it. Even if you shut the power off and then turn the power back on, it wouldn't matter. The continuous button was stuck and you're gonna go. So that was the first problem. That happened to me, I think about 3 times. One time it lasted 10 minutes and it quit. One time it lasted, a couple hours. And another time it started out when we were fishing, all of a sudden it started doing it. And when we quit for the day and came back out the next day, it was still doing it again on day 2. So that was that problem, and that was a tough one. I mean, you could control the boat and get by with it, but you didn't have spot lock, so I hated that. Second problem, all of a sudden it was working fine again, and again the continuous button stuck. So we were back there, and I thought we were back to the same problem. Only this time, for the heck of it, I hit the spot lock button and it worked. Spot lock now worked. And I thought, oh great, maybe we don't have a problem after all. But when I took off spot lock, I couldn't hook the continuous button back. I'd hit the continuous button and it wouldn't do anything. I could run the motor with the temporary button up here and I could steer it, but the continuous button would no longer work. Now, if I went up to the main motor and shut off the power, and then turned the power button back on again, immediately the continuous button would be on, and it would be stuck like it had in the past. The only way to shut it off was to hit the spot lock. You could hit the continuous button all you wanted, and it wasn't going to stop. It was going to keep going. But if you would hit the spot lock, you could stop the continuous button, go on spot lock, then take it off spot lock, but when you did, continuous button didn't work anymore. So that was a better problem than the first problem. At least now I could use the spot lock, and now when I came back, when I took it off spot lock, I could always just reach up, shut off the power, turn the power back on, the continuous would be running again, and I could adjust the speed like always. So I liked the second problem better than the first problem, but I really didn't like either problem. So I contacted Minn Kota, and I'm going to tell you right now, I was very happy with Minn Kota. I said, I don't want to be without this that long. I bought a trolling motor with a foot control because I don't want to be using a remote control. I've got 2 hands on the right and the reel. I don't plan on taking one off to run a remote all the time. I want my foot control. They said, no problem. They sent me through email a tag. I boxed this up. I put the tag they sent me on the box. I took it into a partial shipping place in town because it was going to go FedEx. And when I took it in, I said, okay, how much is this going to cost? And they said, there is no charge. It's already been paid for. It's already been taken care of. So that was nice. The other thing that was nice is it was late morning when I took this in. I was told by that afternoon that package would be at a FedEx facility. FedEx would then scan the barcode on that afternoon yet. As soon as they scanned the barcode, Minn Kota was going to get an email notifying them I had shipped this. As soon as they received that notification, they immediately sent me my new one. What it amounted to is I was out of a foot control for a total of 5 days. So I was really happy about that. You didn't have to wait until they got my old one there before they bothered to send me the new one. You'd be a couple weeks for sure that way. So I was real happy with Minn Kota on the way they handled it. Now, the story's not quite over yet. Get the new foot control, we go out fishing, and I would say it was probably the 3rd time Bob and I were out fishing. It did it again. It did the second problem where the continuous would stick, but I could put it on spot lock, take it off, and the spot lock worked. So I said, well, at least if it's got a problem, it's the second one. I'm happier with that. I got home that day. I immediately called Minn Kota, let them know, hey, this is just my 3rd time out, just doing it again. But I'm not sending this thing back. We're getting here towards the end of the year. I'm not losing fishing time with my foot control being gone, but I want you to note it on the record on my account that the new control is doing the same thing. So if I have to send this back over the winter, I'm not going to lose out on my warranty because I waited till winter. I want to note it's there now. They said no problem. They would take note. I'm having the problem again. Now, 2 days later, we went out fishing, and the problem went away. That has been probably 3 weeks now, and this has worked perfectly fine. We've been out quite a few times, once or twice a week for the last 3 weeks, and the problem has not come back. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But for now, I got a good foot control again. The main thing I wanted to do is let you know what the problem is, how I resolved it, how good of a job Minn Kota did taking care of the problem, and that way, in case you run into the same problem, you're going to know what you're in for. All right, that's it. Don't want to take a lot of your time. Thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to our channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.